Well, what you need to know there is that we beat him, or more specifically, I beat him. These guys didn't seem to do too much. It always comes down to the hunter's help to clean up these sorts of messes. I was planning to have a bathroom break, like right after we killed him, but crap, the video clip ended right before I killed him. Oh, sweet, another one of my videos just went up. Okay. So that was that fight. A Black Knight is capable of great things in this game. I really am glad they put the Black Knight weapons back to, like, the way they used to be. Because, in Dark Souls 2, they infused the Black Knight weapons with fire damage, as well as physical damage, and the split damage just didn't do these weapons justice. Nor did it make sense. These weapons were charred black because of the Chaos Flame. The Chaos Flame did not imbue itself in the weapons. This is a rather silly boss to attempt with co-op, but I'm hopeful. Just the armor of somebody who helped me. Don't worry too much about it. Yeah, in this episode we're just kind of co-oping for now. Having a little fun. Because I like to co-op, you know? Of course, I like it better when I can help somebody through an area. Fun fact, the first time I fought the boss that I placed my sign outside of, I didn't know that he had a weakness. I just thought you had to tough it out and beat him. And you'll see why that's a problem soon enough. If somebody summons me anyways. This isn't a boss people typically need help for because of his weakness. But to somebody who doesn't know his weakness, this is probably the hardest boss in the game. I posted a Havel video on Facebook a little bit ago about New Game Plus 3 Havel and how high his defenses are. Picture that, but in boss form, and that's why this guy is so tough. Is there like anybody here? Well, I do suppose that somebody that didn't, like, do the Sigurd quest line, which is more people than you might think, would need help for this boss battle. People just, like, after the first new game, people don't even bother with the details. They just run and run and run and run their way through the game. They don't pick up anything, they don't... Like, their New Game Plus may not be as good as it was in the old days, because I do remember a lot of people saying in Dark Souls 2, once you get to New Game Plus, like there are like red phantom enemies, and their placement is different, and things things get a whole lot harder and more than just stats. And I get it, like, it isn't in this game, and that sucks. But that doesn't mean that the New Game Plus has nothing to offer. See these pluses on these rings? Well, these rings anyways? That's what the New Game Plus has to offer. Better shit. There are some items that you could only get in New Game Plus. So if you're going for 100% completion, you better be a good boy. Oh, are we gonna take him legit? Nope. That's a shame. I wanted to take him legitimately. So this wind blade that this guy's using looks really badass and cool, and it's Yorm's only real weakness. It will always stun him, and it will always do significant damage. Everything else sucks against Yorm. We have 2 Storm Rulers. This fight won't take long. Get on with it. Let's just fucking get this fucking spectacle boss done and over with. That's what it is. Oh, Siegbert! This fight will take absolutely no time. My visceral attack. This is pathetic. This poor fuck. This was overkill. This was ridiculous overkill. This is what's wrong with the game. These swords right here is what's wrong with this fight. Turned one of the most marketed fights in the game into pure spectacle and nothing else. I mean, if you're doing the fight alone without Siegbert, and even if you are using the Storm Ruler, if you're doing this fight alone without Siegbert, yeah, it's pretty challenging, and I like that. But, like, other Phantoms should not be able to use those, I think. I don't know. Like, it shouldn't count if they're using it on him, I guess. It ruins the learning experience when you make bosses like that. And I understand this whole game can't be just like balls to the wall hard. But I mean, almost all of Dark Souls 1 was. It had unfair bosses. It had bosses it knew was unfair. Like the fucking bed of chaos. That fight was unfair hard. And unfair hard is not a good way to design bosses. When you make a boss hard, it has to be, like, on fair terms. And the same with an easy boss. It has to be on, like... Well, I guess there really is no fair way to make an easy boss, huh? So the next boss we're going to try and help people with is Aldrich. I do love this sword to pieces, and I love this armor. I mean, arm. I do use the Untrue Dark Ring. It's for cosmetic purposes. Because if I'm not using the Untrue Dark Ring, then I just glow like any other phantom when I'm being summoned, and I don't like that. I wish they'd kept the Bloodborne effect when it comes to, like, white phantoms. But I guess, like, that's just abandon the phantom coloring thing altogether. The way we told friend from foe in Bloodborne was their lettering. If the lettering was red, it was a person you needed to kill. If the lettering was white, it was a good guy. The same way for this game. If you see somebody with red lettering, they're a red phantom of some variation. Arise. I think this guy tried a homemade Yorm set. Little does he know, Yorm's armor is coming in the DLC! I wonder how good it'll be. I hope it's good. It better have resistances up the ass, because friggin' Yorm is so powerful. Yorm's set better be super good. Oh, this guy hasn't even opened the main doors yet. By the way, if you've ever played Dark Souls 1, then this place looks familiar. Aww. This guy used to be a blacksmith in Dark Souls 1. Yeah, this is a thing, by the way. This was once living. It was once a giant, similar to Yorm. Hello. Forge your weapons. Cometh soon. Sorry, buddy, they fixed those windows. In Dark Souls 1, one of those windows was broken. Eh? Come here, you. Couldn't resist, mate. That meter at the bottom of my